There is a difference between surviving and thriving. And so today we're going to talk about how to thrive so that we're not just living from day to day. We're actually going after the goals that we've set for our lives and achieving those goals in a systematic way that's not so stressful, but also is fun and enjoyable and gives us the full life that we really deserve. Hey folks, what's up? Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Ken and this is Life Moves with Ken. I make content for people who are at that place in life where they're like, it is time to make a decision to move to the next level. Whether it's the next level in your job, whether it's the next level in your relationships, whether it's the next level in your personal growth. What we're here to do is to make life moves because life really moves. We talked about it at the beginning of the year and how to start 2025 off with a bang. And now we're about 6-7 weeks into the year and it's time for us to dig in deeply so that we can grow and achieve our goals. That's when you can say on a daily basis that you have incrementally grown and become just a little bit more than what you were then at the beginning of the day. So recently I've been having a number of conversations with people, and the consistent comment that I keep hearing from people is that, I know that there's more for my life. I just don't really know how to get there. That they're surviving, wondering how to thrive. And so I thought that it would be important, since this is something that I'm hearing on a daily basis. It's probably something that you're dealing with, and we all actually deal with at different times in our lives. So I figured, hey, why not talk about it? So here we are in this conversation about thriving. So what does it mean to survive? To survive means that you're just getting by. You wake up, you go throughout the basic steps of the day, and then at the end of the day, you're like, whew, made it to the end. Now, thriving, that's a completely different thing. Thriving is when you're actively engaged in your life. That's when you have fulfillment at the end of the day. Research shows that almost 70% of Americans are living in stress, are feeling overwhelmed, and are struggling to make it from day to day. I'm not talking about struggling financially. I'm talking about struggling emotionally to get through the day. So at the end of the day, they hit the bed and they're like, oh my God, I just made it. And that's what survival feels like, when you just made it. However, on the other hand, thriving is the feeling that you get to the end of the day, you look back over your list of things to do, you look back over the plans that you made for the day, and you're able to check off those things and say, okay, well, I got these things done. I didn't get these things done, but I know the next steps that I need to take so that I can achieve the goals that I have for my life. What thriving is having a plan behind what you're doing. And thriving is being able to incrementally notice that, yes, step 1 was done, step 2 was done, step 3 was done, and looking back a month, 6 months, a year from the beginning and saying, I was able to achieve these goals because I was intentional in what I was doing. Now, thriving does not mean that you wake up in the morning and then everything that you planned is done. That's not what thriving is about. Thriving is not about going to bed tonight and then tomorrow everything comes to pass. That's not even realistic. And in fact, that sets people up for failure. But what thriving is about having a plan. And so I want to talk about a few things that we can do in our lives so that we can be intentional about our plan, so that we can be able to check off those things which really are important to us, and so that we can say, I know that I'm moving beyond where I was last week, last month, last year. The key to thriving is intentional growth. In the same way that plants grow each and every day, we have to be serious about everyday growth. Now, that doesn't mean that it's hard, but it has to be consistent and it has to be planned out each and every day. So here's the first thing. I'm going to tell you that you got to do this, and you're going to hate me for telling you this, but I'm telling you anyway. Set a routine. All right, don't just wake up and haphazardly go throughout your day. Set a routine. In my previous video, I talked about my daily routine. I wake up every day somewhere around between 5 and 6 o'clock. I just naturally wake up that early in the morning. My alarm goes off at 6 o'clock. It is so annoying that I wake up before my alarm, but it happens every single day. And so as I wake up, that's my time where I start to pray and start to meditate and start to get my day focused so that I can be on a systematic approach to how I'm going to start my day. By about 6:30, I get up, then I have a 7 o'clock prayer, then I have a devotional that I read at about 7:15 to 7:30. And you can kind of hear that I have a routine that I follow every single day. And that routine helps me to know in a sense of comfort what my day is going to be about, what my day will entail. And in fact, I'll drop in the description below the last video, because it allows you to see what my calendar looks like and how I color code my calendar and how I ensure that I have an approach and a routine to every single day. Have a routine every single day. It'll help you to feel more accomplished. So the second thing I would say is that you have to take small intentional actions. Small incremental growth will make a difference over the long term. Literally, if you were to put 10 minutes in on self-care, or 10 minutes in on decluttering, or 10 minutes in on fitness, or 10 minutes in on changing your diet, or 10 minutes in on reading a book just for relaxation, or 10 minutes in on devotional, or 10 minutes in on prayer. If you would just put just 10 to 15 minutes every single day on a new skill, you will find that in 20 days, 30 days, 2 months, you will have created the habit, and that habit will move you down the line of thriving. What I tell people all the time is that if you don't have a small change, then you're not going to make it. And if you try to make too large of a change, you're not going to make it. Small incremental growth, have a daily routine. And then there's a third thing. The third thing is a really surprising one, but I want to share it with you. And this will absolutely help you to feel this thriving mode. Practice gratitude every day. I woke up this morning, and one of the things that I shared with the people in the prayer that I lead every single morning is that it's a good day just because it's another day. And so we have a reason to have joy. And one of the things that we forget in our busy lives is just to have a moment where we thank God for just having another day, where we're thankful for family and friends, where we're thankful for just being alive. And so I would push you to have a moment of gratitude. Just pause for a moment and just think about all of the things that are actually going well in your life. Even if it's as simple as, you know what, I have heat in the middle of winter, or I have air conditioning in the middle of summer, or you know what, I can look outside and it's a beautiful day. Here in St. Louis, where I live, it's about 15 degrees outside. It's freezing here. I can't go out and do my normal walk. But guess what? When I look out the window, it's a beautiful sunny day, even though it's cold. And so I have a reason for gratitude. I had a wonderful breakfast. I had my coffee, which I love to start my day. I mean, there are reasons to be thankful. And as long as I'm intentional and thinking about, wait a minute, there is good going on in my life. If I could spend 2 or 3 minutes just being thankful every single day, it will help my mood. And research shows that people who have a sense of gratitude and have a sense of joy, their emotional well-being is much greater, and they feel a sense of happiness, and they feel a sense of fulfillment greater than those who are always looking at the negative parts of life. Yes, life has some difficulties, life has some challenges, and even I cannot pretend like everything is perfect, but that's okay. Even in the imperfection of life, I still can find a sense of joy because I have hope, and I have the opportunity to know that today, at its worst, is still going to be a good day. I believe that by taking these super small steps, we'll be able to move forward in life, and we'll be able to move towards thriving. It won't be overnight, but over time, you'll find that your life will be a life of thriving. Your life will be a life of intention. You will feel purpose. You will feel fulfillment. You will feel a sense of joy. And that's really what life is all about. So let's go ahead and make those life moves, because life really does move. Hey, I'm Ken, and I'm so glad that you've been here today. If you liked this video, if you heard anything that was helpful to you, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. And if you've been here for a long time and you haven't hit like and subscribe yet, what are you doing, man? Hit the button. I appreciate you. Let's grow together and let's make life move. Hey, this has been a great time, and I'm so glad that you've been here. I'm Ken, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.